and welcome back to the Student Switchboard. This week's video is something a little bit different. Today I'm going to be doing a book review and that is on How to Be a Knowledge Ninja by Graham Allcott. This book was published by Icon Books just a few weeks ago and it is a 10-step guide to becoming a studying pro. This is the second book that Allcott has written on productivity, and when he isn't writing these really useful books, he is running a company called Think Productive, so you know that he knows what he's talking about. Before I get properly started, I just want to say that I really love the cover design of this book. I think it's so eye-catching, the colours work so well, and I really love the little ninja character who then gets kind of worked through the rest of the book really nicely to tie it all together, so very big thumbs up for the cover design. The book is broken down into 10 chapters, each one focuses on a different area of studying and improving your learning experience. The first of these chapters is The Way of the Knowledge Ninja, which is a 9-step kind of guide to what you need to harness to become a really effective learner. These characteristics include things like balance, zen-like, calm, and ruthlessness. So each of these steps really shows you what you need to learn to do, things you need to learn to say no to, and ways you learn to balance your time in order to actually improve the way that you're studying. The following 9 chapters are Getting Organised, Mastering Ninja Balance, How You Learn, Learning Day by Day, Writing, Memory, Exams, Procrastination, and Curiosity and Childishness. Each of these chapters gives brilliant tips for different types of learners, takes personal life and part-time jobs into consideration, so knows what you have to deal with outside of your study time. And what's more, it takes traditional ideas of how to study effectively, so things like the to-do list, and shows you how to expand on these traditional ideas to start learning really effectively. The great thing about this book is that it is really easy to navigate. So there are 10 chapters and I would definitely recommend reading it all the way through just at least once. But what's really good is that on page 11 you have this little map which has the kind of different steps that you're going to be following throughout the book, and it's got them outlined with a little kind of like just bullet point of what the chapter is about. So if there's one area that you're particularly struggling with, so maybe you find that you're procrastinating a lot and you want to just skip to that, it's really easy to do that. What I particularly liked about this book was the tone of the writing. It was really light-hearted and fun, and while it was telling you some really effective tips and tools of how to improve your learning experience, it became a really fun experience to just read the book on its own in and of itself, rather than something that you felt like you're forcing yourself to do to try and learn something new. Some study guides can become a bit bland and dull and kind of just point by point, whereas because this has incorporated the little kind of ninja character into it, it allowed Graham Allcott to be really playful in the way that he wrote that and entertaining, and there were paragraphs that really genuinely made me laugh out loud, which isn't something that you really think of when you're thinking of a study guide. It's also incredibly clear from this book that the writer knows very much what some of the biggest problems and issues and distractions that students are facing are. There was one paragraph in particular that really stuck out to me because I recognised so much of myself in it. I'm just going to quickly read you this paragraph. It's on page 40, so it's still within the first chapter. It says, "How did J.K. Rowling achieve her success? She sat in a coffee shop thinking only of one imaginary world for hours and days and weeks at a time. She monotasked. The same will be said for almost everyone whose work you admire or respect. Be thankful that J.K. Rowling was not sat in that coffee shop sending WhatsApp messages or checking her Facebook status every 5 minutes while also trying to do some freelance graphic design work and learn French from a YouTube channel, because she probably wouldn't have finished the book yet." I just thought that was a brilliant summary of what so many of us try to do. Another really useful thing about this book is that within most of the sections of the book it references some really useful apps. So there are apps on pretty much everything from to-do list kind of apps, alarm clock apps to help you get up more easily. So I've used a couple of them in the past actually, and I have found that they are quite effective. So there's some of them worked in there, even through to things like meditation apps to help you become more calm and focused. So it's got a really nice mix of different useful apps in there that you can go on to have a look at, and they might actually prove to be something that completely changes your studying experience. So I really like that aspect of the book. But I think that my favourite thing of all about this book was that there was a real focus on understanding why you want to learn. What he points out really early on in the book is that as a culture we're kind of not encouraged all that often to actually spend any time thinking about why we're doing what we're doing. I think that that's really good, because as someone who is really passionate about studying, which when I say it like that sounds really strange, but it's true, I really love to learn, and so for someone like me to read a book that kind of acknowledges that and doesn't kind of just say, well, you know, you want to do well so you can get a good job, go on out there and finish your studies, it does actually encourage you to think about the learning experience and the process and why you're doing it, I thought that that was a really good aspect of this book. So I would definitely recommend checking out this book if you are at university or college or school, or you're planning to go there, or even if you're not, even if you're through and past that stage of your life but you just want to learn how to kind of become more productive. This book or the other one in the series I think are definitely worth checking out. So now that the review part of this video is over, I have some really exciting news. The lovely people at Icon Books have given me not one, but 2 copies of this to give away to you guys. I have decided that I'm going to be giving 1 copy away on Twitter and another copy away here on this channel. To enter here on YouTube, leave me a comment in the comments section of this video using the hashtag Knowledge Ninja, telling me why you would like to win this book. So what it is that you really struggle with, if you find that you procrastinate a lot, or you have trouble focusing, or you are having trouble getting the balance right in your life, just let me know in the comments down below what that is. I've been really happy at how many people have already subscribed to this channel, and so it's nice to kind of give back to the people who have supported me so far on this little journey. If you haven't subscribed already, you can hit the little subscribe button, or there'll be a subscribe button on the end card. And to enter on Twitter, it's pretty much a similar process. If you're following me on Twitter, just send me a tweet using the hashtag Knowledge Ninja, telling me which chapter of the book you think would be most useful to you. This competition is going to be open for 2 weeks, so it will be closing at 6 PM on Monday the 6th of April. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I really hope that you have enjoyed this video, and I really hope that you go and check out this book because it's great. And I will see you again next Monday. I hope you're all well, and I will speak to you again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye. I've been in group situations before where people have checked their phone during the presentation, and being me, being a bit of a perfectionist, I couldn't even begin to cope with